Alright. Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? Hope you guys have been doing good. So for this video, I want to do something a little different this time. Other than like game reviews that I basically do every time. I want to share with you guys something, one of my most special items that I have, that I currently own in my possession. I thought it'd be kind of a cool thing to show because I love it a lot and I would like to share this with you guys as well. So what we have here is let me see if I can kind of zoom in quick. It's an audio box, 4 inch. Oh, gotta focus. Well, if you can't read, oh, there we go. It's a 4 inch active matrix LCD monitor slash VCP combo, which is kind of weird because you would think it would say VHS or VCR, I guess, because they both, well, VCR, duh, because it plays video cassettes, but it says VCP. But I never found out why it says VCP though. Probably something to do with the design the of this little thing itself, but that's not what's important. The important thing is the actual thing itself. So I think I just messed myself up there, but whatever. Everyone makes mistakes. But let's move on. So it does. So as you can tell, it does have little smudges here and there. Um, Unfortunately, some of these are already ingrained into the thing. So I mean, there's really no way that I could ever clean some of this up. It would just be part of the skin design of this machine. But overall, I mean, it looks okay. I mean, it has some cosmetic issues. I mean, but as you can tell, none of it's scratched. And I just realized I made the camera. Maybe the lighting's not as good to show everything, but yeah, your PC output here. What I think was found kind of interesting is that if you notice here, it has the speakers on the side. Basically, what this is, it's a portable VHS player. So this was basically before the days of the DVD. This was like way back then. And I know my grandfather, because of my grandfather, but my family has had this machine for easily more than a decade now. Even 2 decades, so 20 years. So this has been in our family for a long time. And my grandpa gave it to me recently as like a little present. And because I love I love looking back at things, products that existed back then. So I thought it was a pretty cool treat. So I want to show you guys really quick is how this looks. So basically what it is, it's a 4 inch small screen but with a VHS tape. So how nowadays you would have a DVD player, even some of them even with the VHS too, you have them with this was just with the VHS itself. So it has like its buttons. It has the power button, it has the stop and the eject button, the rewind, fast forward, and the play button. And what I found kind of cool is that there's two sorry, there's two headphone jacks. So if you want to have two people listen to what was going on in this video, two people can listen to it at the same time without one covering the whole sound. So I thought it was pretty cool. And let's see, we also have this thing, which is basically so you could connect like your 64. You could connect like because I'm pretty sure back then it was just this. No, because well then again, no, I don't think this. Actually, you know what? You could have connected the Super Nintendo. Actually, if you think about it, you could, because I know I had that output in the back, which people rarely used, because they all used the RF cable back then. That little squiggly input, which that brings me back, brings me way back. But anyway, back to the subject here. But yeah, you could use this to play your 64 on the small screen, which is pretty cool. And I have this connected here because it's kind of nighttime. I don't want to kind of wake people up with the sound coming in from the TV, and I don't have the remote with me at the moment. I'm still in the process of actually looking for it, but I do have this thing, and I wanted to show you guys really quick how it looks like. Hopefully this thing works on me. It should work. You can see my face in the mirror. Okay, so you can see the monitor just lights up. What I like about this is that like let's say you forget to like you could like I guess what I mean is like you could turn this down and the machine will shut off without you having to worry that either whether you forgot to turn it on or off, it does on its own. So I thought that was pretty cool. So there's the FBI warning. So I did put a video on really quick. Now I'm gonna see if you guys can recognize what this video might be about. So it says 4 kids. Okay, that's a clue. So now it says, oh, it's kind of weird. Let's see, this video. Pioneer Entertainment. So, yep, there we go. I actually have a Pokemon VHS tape on this thing that I wanted to show off how it looks. And honestly, for an old machine, I know it's kind of hard to see on this camera, but if you were to see it live, like I'm seeing it right now, it looks pretty decent. Like honestly, pretty decent. And, you know, you would use it to on the go. You know, all you needed was just a power connector in the car, and you could, you know, play your 64 in the car, or, you know, watch your episodes. I mean, it was pretty cool. And I actually think you can still hear. Well, I can still hear the music from even from the headphones, and they're way down here. So that shows you how loud this thing can be. Which is, again, is why I put the headphones on. That way, you know, they wouldn't make much noise. But so I thought that was pretty cool. Again, it's one of these things that, you know, one of my most prized possessions. You know, I love toying around with this. I have because I still have a lot of VHS tapes there in my closet. Some, I think, no, well, actually I do have some in my closet, but most of them I have in my garage. In the garage, actually, we have most of our VHS tapes in the garage. And I just happen to keep some of my Pokemon VHS episodes. I do have some of them still in the garage too, but this is an episode I had here in my room, so I decided to play it to show you guys. And actually, let me just use some of this feature. So if I click this, the stop button, it stops. Then all you have to do is just click it one more time, it will eject the tape. Quick and easy. And as we have here, we have Pokemon Seaside Pikachu. Nice. And then if we want to play it, we just have to put it in. And then click play. And that should do it. And just like that, you never lose a single beat. It's as quick and easy as that. It's not like, you know, with a DVD where you have to wait for the thing to load, then you have to wait for the menu. Yeah, see, this is one of the things why sometimes I do kind of miss VHS, because you didn't have to worry about, you know, like putting a movie on and then having to wait for it to load, and sometimes it wouldn't even load at all because maybe the disc is scratched up to the point where you can't even play the movie anymore. I mean, you can't even play the movie anymore. But with the VHS tape, it was actually pretty hard to, you know, scratch it up or to make it unreadable. You would have to essentially just pull the thing from the top and just mess with it. But again, it would have been intentional. And then with this, I miss how you could, you know, fast forward if you wanted to with a click of a button. I mean, sure, you could fast forward on the DVD, but usually and so this is so far that I've still noticed with DVD movies is that when you either fast forward or rewind, it skips scenes. So you get to a point where, like, you want to stop at a certain scene, but you might end up, you know, skipping a scene there, or you fast forward too far and you end up somewhere else that you don't want to. So little things like that, you know, that become inconvenient. But you never get that with a VHS tape. Let's say, oh, I forgot what was going on back there. I just push rewind right here, and then let's say I want to stop right there when she releases the Ekans. And I think I remember the dialogue here. She says, Ekans. And then he goes, Ekans. Ekans acid will put a hole in the floor, waste it to escape. Wait, don't do that. And this is why the music is going on. Ekans. Then he throws the acid. Then he's dancing. Me out goes, Dan, I told you numbskulls were singing, don't we need another hole on this ship? And then they start drowning. Well, they don't drown, but they start choking on the water. So I thought it was pretty cool. So overall, this little device is, you know, something that I truly treasure. I'm glad I get to own this, and like I actually want to share it with you guys, because, you know, I always like to share what I have with you guys. But I mean, it's pretty cool to have something like this, you know, a little piece of history, because again, these things aren't around as much anymore. Like, especially VHS portable players don't exist as much anymore. Now it's just, you know, DVD players, or if there are VHS players, they're not really portable. They're more for like in-home viewing, like combined with a DVD player. So that little, you know, those little things count. Now, I did do a VA research on eBay just out of curiosity to see how much these are worth. You know, I was expecting that, well, you know, $5-10, you know, maybe 20 the most for these things, because you know they're cheap, they're old. You know, I'm sure nobody is even looking for these things. It turns out that for this particular model that I have here, you know, I saw some things going for 50, 60, 70. I think the highest one I saw was $90. $90 for this thing. Now what that tells me is that there's actually still a market for it, which means there's still people out there that, you know, are scavenging for, you know, old memorabilia such as this player. So I'm thinking like, well, like, of course I would never do it, because you know I really have a connection with this device, and you know I'll treasure it forever because it came from my grandpa. But if I was to sell it, I could easily make, you know, 50-60 bucks, you know, selling this to somebody, you know, that would want it. And it'd be pretty easy to market. You would just say, hey, you know, this plays VHS tapes. You know, if you're someone that likes to live in the past, I guess, you know, this is for you. This basically, this, honestly, you will feel like you're back in 1995 or 1991 with this device here. It's a pretty cool, it's a cool trip, as we see Team Rocket and Ash and his buddies, you know, try to get out of the situation. um but yeah, I mean, it's honestly pretty cool. Oh, and like I said, once you want to, like, you know, shut it off, instead of, I mean, you could push off and it turn off if you want to, but you could also you know, turn it back on. And also what I like is that it doesn't turn on right away, so even if you turn on, it'll still be like in a standby mode. So once you click play, it goes right back to where it was without missing a beat. Geodude, come back to this side. So as you can see, I've seen this episode quite a few times when I was little. Actually, I found this VHS tape just a week ago, and I barely just put it on, so you can imagine, you know, like again, you know, I used to watch this show as a kid, like almost religiously, as in I watched all the episodes whenever they came out. I was a pretty big fanatic of it, and I'm proud of it. But anyway, let me show you what happens if you just close it. So it's closed for now. Now if we open it back up, I guess it keeps going. Oh, so I guess you have to shout out. But no, but actually, you know what? This is good too, because then what this tells me also is that, you know, you could close it, and like let's say you're watching a part, and like somebody comes and you're like, oh, you know, you want to shout out because you don't want them to see, you know, what you're watching. I guess it could be anything. Once they leave, you don't have to have the hassle of pressing, you know, start play or something to put it back on. It's already there. And then if you want to miss what you missed or watch what you missed, you just rewind, and that's it. You know what? Let me play a little bit of audio. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the this really quick. As you can see, so it's kind of loud. So that's it. Let's put this back on, and it should go back to normal any minute. Yep. And this Pikachu is shocking me out. That's cool. And that's it. Let me just pause it and put it back down. And that's it for my review. Thank you very much for watching this video. I do appreciate the time you spent watching these videos with me. You know, it means a lot. And tomorrow I will come out with a new video, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys later. Thank you very much. Bye bye.